UPST was the only stock that was gapping up because of the news. It did break out to half the day. I kind of chased it, added at the VWAP, and I got a stopped out. So that was a really bad loss. But I got back in there for the break of half the day. So that was a chase, so the bad entry. So this was a bad entry. I added more on the VWAP. If I were adding it around here, it would have been better. But eventually I added again here at the 136 with the stop loss below 135. So I added here with the stop loss below the VWAP because the stock was gapping up. The only reason that I did that was the stock gapping up. Eventually we did break the high of the day. Alright guys, good morning everybody. Markets sold off today because yesterday Russia wasn't planning attacking. Today it might attack. Soldiers are doing a U-turn around the border, and there's so many conflicting news coming from the Europe, and even the president of Ukraine made a joke in one of the interviews that I've heard that they're attacking on Wednesday after lunch. It means he actually made a joke that says that, it's just, people don't know and they just make up these news and stuff. Anyways, so the market is really reacting to everything, all the news. If the Eastern Europe situation becomes calm, then everyone is looking at the interest rate hikes and inflations. Yesterday we had a big rally. Today everything is dropping gap down, especially Qs are still down. I did a really nice bounce on TQQ toward this level of 351 for QQQ, which is exactly around S4 for TQQ. So I went long at 54.80, sold all the way up to 54.40, added a couple of times down there. I think it's gonna probably hold this level, maybe going up and down, but I don't think it's gonna sell off or it's gonna rally. So it's gonna probably stay around here. So I did this double bottom with 2 ads on that. That was my biggest win. My first opening trade was a 1 minute opening range breakup on RBLX, which was amazing, but I lost everything unfortunately on that. So RBLX had earning yesterday, messed up, sold off heavily in the pre-market, and if you look at in the pre-market, really sold off in the pre-market, compared to the VWAP, so down. And usually when the stock is so down below the VWAP, it's not a good idea to short it because they have a tendency to come back to VWAP, and that's exactly what happened. And the open really stayed below the VWAP, and suddenly huge squeeze come up. I saw the squeeze jumped in from 57, went all the way up to 58. But the mistake that I did was I added a couple of times, so I was thinking maybe we can get the VWAP and go above the VWAP. It never really got it, and I got stopped out. This first trade was still very profitable for me, and that was the time that I should have really stopped out. So that's a really nice 1 minute open range breakup that I did. I mean, if I could get an entry here, it would have been really nice. So even though stock is down 25%, I can do still a really nice 1 minute opening range breakup on it, especially the volume and candlestick and order flow was exploding. What I shouldn't have done the second trade. After it came back up, it squeezed above the VWAP, and I said, oh, this is it. I went long heavy actually, and then I was hoping to get to 59. We never break the 59, and boops, I dropped on it. And actually, I gave most of the profit back on my RBLX. So as you see, I had a really solid day, but I got, I lost most of this RBLX. And then, I never really traded that. If it goes all the way up to 53.77, which is the low of January 28th, I might actually try to catch a reversal on that. But I doubt the way that it's trading, I doubt that it's going to go down, sell off anymore. Brian, did you trade RBLX?
I I did try to find a bottom at one point on it, but I got stopped out. So it's just a small size trade. My big trade was VIAC. I shorted it twice. I shorted it once at the open, and probably covered a little early. I just didn't know where the bottom was, but I did get a nice move on that. And then I waited for the squeeze back up to the VWAP, and I reshorted it again, and then took profits again on that second drop. So yeah, overall it was VIAC was my big payer today. So it looks like the markets are bouncing. Yeah.
Yeah, so looks like market is bouncing. Yeah, I had a pretty good
I think,
day. I had a really good day. So I'm gonna, just call it a day. I also had a loss on UPST and, got it back on that. So UPST for me was, yeah, here. So, UPST was the only stock that was gapping up because of the news. It did break out to half the day. I kind of chased it, added at the VWAP, and I got a stop out. So that was a really bad loss. But I got back in there for the break of half the day. So that was a chase, so the bad entry. So this was a bad entry. I added more on the VWAP. If I were adding it around here, it would have been better. But eventually I added again here at the 136 with the stop loss below 135. So I added here with the stop loss below the VWAP because the stock was gapping up. The only reason that I did that was the stock gapping up. Eventually we did break the high of the day and I got out at the break even, and it's now going up, but I just didn't want to really hold anything. As soon as I came out at the break even, I said I'm done. My day should have been like that. After that trade on the RBLX, this is the trade that I should have had and stop my trading. But again, I didn't, and I paid the price for it. So I had to dig myself out of that mess. So that one trade is good enough for me to make my day. Brian, what else? Anything from you?
yeah, I'm just along the market a little bit right now with TNA. So hoping for, hoping that the index actually might go green on the day, the IWM.
Yeah, IWM is really holding. From all of them, IWM is really holding. Obviously, because it was so beaten up, but it looks like it's really holding.
Yeah.
So so that's pretty much it. So we have the mentorship session today, and oh no, sorry, today is Wednesday. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have the Peak Capital mentorship session, guys. So Peak Capital traders, and yeah, and then we have the psychology webinar. If if you're an elite members, if not, then we can see you tomorrow in the chat, guys. Have a good day.
Have a good day, everybody.